Good evening, this is Sky Saunders. I'm your host, Sky Saunders. Now, the clip you just watched, what is that? Is that God? Is that God punishing the Nepali and the Chinese people for not worshiping the Jesus of Nazareth? Is that the reason why the floods came and hundreds of people lost their dear lives and thousands are missing right now, men, women, and children? I ask you, I'm still not sure. I'm an atheist, but there's billions of people, billions with a B, that believe in spirits and ghosts and the God of of the skies. And I used to, for 16 years, I actually had the faith, and it was like tug of war the whole time. You know who snapped the line? Just put up scissors to the rope. I'm struggling for the word rope. Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand said, "You don't have to struggle anymore. You don't have to fight. You don't have to do anything of that. I got you. Here's the thing. You're still gonna have to work for it. You still have to work, but you don't have to, put up a battle saying what is and what isn't. There is no God. There never was. There never will be. There's only reality. There's only reason, individualism, and capitalism that are proper in a human being and an individual." So when these events happen, I'm just like, oh, they're going to pray for them. They're going to pray. They're going to pray. They're going to pray and hallelujah and thank you, Jesus, and all this. And nobody really cares. They just say, oh, my thoughts and wishes and prayers are with them. And I'm still going to eat this cheeseburger and I'm going to drive my Chevy Impala and my, no, they're not going to actually sacrifice. They're not going to sacrifice as part of their rituals or part of their scheme of things in life. They're not going to do that. They're going to still live their life. Oh yeah, I sent $100. I sent $100. It's all good. It's all right, right? I sent $100. Oh shucks, here we go. She's already the first lady of Sky Saunders. Arrives way ahead of schedule. Hello, she says. I'm still cooking and doing kid stuff, but I'm here. Talking about Nepal? Yes, I am talking about Nepal. If I'm pronouncing it right, if I'm not pronouncing it right, hit me upside the head with a marinara spoon. I don't know, I'm stupid. But let me get her banner up here so she can get her views in and her subscribers. Subscribe to Z Therapy Holly Correnti on YouTube for all your Zumba needs. Move and groove to the rhythms and tell friends and family members to join in too. Tell her Silly Sky sent you. Okay? So she's doing her super mommy business while trying to watch my stupid show. You gotta love her. You gotta love her. She's great. She's a good friend. She's a really good friend. I need to vent. Uh-oh. I got home from work, said the house smells like shit. The kids closed the doors to the cat's litter box. So the cat shit on the floor on my bedroom. Nice welcome. Been pissed all night. Well, hey, that's that whole. I've never had that. The closest I ever had to a pet or pets was a hermit crab and a parakeet, and they shit and pissed and did whatever their business was in a box, and we just had to line it and then take out from there. But dogs and cats and rats and mice and gerbils and stuff like that, I have nothing for that. I feel your pain, Holly. I do. I can't relate to it, but I understand what you're saying. See, the plan is to show you that I understand. You are appreciated because Like that is real life. Like that happens. I mean, I'm sure you were, on your knees with the scrub brush trying to get it out. My cat is 19 and has never done that before. Wow. Your cat is 19? That's elder. How many is that in cat years? Or do they have cat years? I know they have dog years, but are there cat years? I am rip shitting pissed at them. Oh my god. So don't take it out on the kids too much. I know you have a daughter and a son. They love you tremendously. They probably, what they do? They maybe they forgot. They didn't mean to. They closed the door. They didn't mean to close the door. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt because I don't want them to be, yes, Holly, yes, really. I don't know what you're reallying. The really part I hope you're saying is that your kids love you. Yes, they love you dearly because you do a lot for them. You do the utmost, not more than my biological mother could ever do. Sky said sob stories about his mom. He's got mommy issues. He's got mommy issues. Then they both gave me okay. See, they're in that age that what are they like 8 through 12 or something like that? Are they like 8 to 12 something or 8 to 10 somewhere in that age frame? That's where it's got like they get mouthy because they're not like babies anymore. They're not like toddlers or infants or anything like that. They may speak back when they're infants, but then they kind of like go around 8 and 11. I was close. I was very close. Yeah, 8 and 11. So. And the oldest one is your daughter, right? Your daughter's the oldest, right? Or is it your son? But how ridiculous, I know. That's when they get mouthy, though. That's when they start getting, Mom, I didn't really, appreciate how you didn't, give me this on, or I didn't appreciate how you put us in charge of the cat. Why did you even give us, reign over the cat? They're gonna get mouthy. They're gonna talk back. You just have to, roll with the punches, as they say, with the cliche. That's just it. That's just the reality of it. It's sick, but it's crazy. Really, no one noticed the sin of. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at. How is it possible? I'm laughing at you because you're putting it in such a comedic tense. I can hear your voice. I remember your voice very well. I can hear we exchanged audio on TikTok before, so I can hear in your voice like you saying all this. I can hear it in your voice. But I'm not laughing at you, Holly. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation because like this happens. This is like for people that have pets like that. I never knew that life. I never knew that cat and dog. My cousins, my grandmother, they had pets. I remember that my grandmother had a dog named oh goddamn, what was the dog's name? Oh my god. Not Ginger, not Pixie. God damn it. What was her dog's name? Oh my god. It doesn't matter. But she had a dog. Was it Trixie? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But the dog, I mean, I think it had messes in the house every now and then, especially when it was getting older. And she was dying, and she had messes, and she just couldn't control her bowels or her bladder and stuff like that. So that could be part of it, even though your cat never has done that before. It's 19. That's a stretch. That's a strong age for a cat. Does it get around, or is it just like kind of like that? I don't know. But Holly is pissed off. Yeah, my cat is 19. Yeah, that's amazing. Usually it's like cats can go to like 12 to 15 and you're like, all right, we got to get the ashes, you know what I mean? Cremate her and cremate him, it's that time, take him to the vet, have him put him to sleep, But that's amazing though. What's the cat's name? It's cat's just for shits and giggles. What's the cat's name? Rotten World is in the building. Salute to Rotten World. All right, good to go. Salute to Rotten World. Pandora, that's a cool name for a cat. See, I like the idea of cats because they're selfish and they're independent, and nobody is looking for cats. Everybody's looking for dogs. Oh, service dog, a police dog, a fire dog. They got jobs. Cats, they're like homeless bums. They're like they don't do anything. They don't have any jobs. They don't have any work. but they're cool because they're very lithe and mysterious and have a mystique about them, and they're like, I like the idea of cats. I don't like the actual cats like for me to have, but I like the idea of cats. Named after a character from Interview with the Vampire. Okay, yeah, they're the best. Like I said, I like the idea of cats. It's a really cool thing. They're independent. They're selfish. They're good to go. I like their whole mind frame. If I can say mind frame for a cat, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Cat podcast, let go. Yeah, it's a cat podcast. I was going to talk about the hundreds of people. See Holly. See Holly. She's on the right type time. There are hundreds of people in Nepal and in the border of China that have lost their lives. Thousands of people are missing. But we're talking about Holly's cat that pissed on her floor. That's what I mean. That's good. That's healthy. Because I care about the people, but I don't know them. I know Holly. We've been in each other's company multiple times. We're good friends. And that's it. We're just friends. So, but I care about what she has to say about her cat more than those hundreds of people that lost their lives. So, yes, Holly was the first one in. I just sent you 2 pics on TV. Okay, I'll check them out. But yeah, I care about Holly's cat Pandora more so than hundreds of people that got killed. I don't know them. I didn't know. I know Holly, so she cares about her cat. I care about Holly. There's simple arithmetic, right? My mind is warped because I think everything is AI now. You know what's creepy? AI is creepy, but it's cool. It's creepy cool because some things like you just can't tell. Some things are like that's AI, right? You know, I'm pretty sure I was like older people. I'm sure like in their 70s, 80s, 90s. I don't think they could tell at all. Some unless they're savvy, unless they're computer savvy. They've been working in IBM since the 50s and 60s, and worked in World War II, breaking codes or something like that, and had Alan Turing as their hero. I don't believe. I just needed to vent about my children. That's all right. This is the place to do it. Vent. I'm gonna get the phone lines up one day. And we're just gonna roll with that. We're just gonna roll. She said, I was pissed. Just that much. PISSSSEEEEEDDS. So this is the point where you vent, Holly. You vent now. I feed the stray that hangs around. That sounds like a lot Mr. Troy Star Terrain does, I think. I think he does that. She has an injured arm. Wow. See, I wouldn't like to see animals hurt. Unless it's something I'm about to eat. It's a weird thing. There's vegans and what are they? PETA, the people for ethical treatment of animals. Like, I don't like their whole role. I don't like PETA. I like NSPCA. Or is it ASPCA? I like ASPCA. Jean Arden 7. Hi, salute. Make sure you hit that. I didn't put it in. Damn it. Shit. Make sure you hit this Cash App. It's coming at you. That's what I was trying to do. I forgot how to do it. She can't tell if it's a deformity or injury, but she jumps fences and climbs trees and eats birds. Wow. Well, at least she's still agile. Cats are known for being agile. That's why they had the name 9 Lives. Cat and Holly's cat's 19, so she's on like life 34. She's at like 37 lives. We're trying to become bunny foster parents. I don't know what that means. Like, who's we? We're trying to become bunny foster parents. Like, you and your kids are trying to become bunny foster parents. That's what you're saying, Holly? I'm stupid. You gotta slow everything down for me. You know that. But yeah, so. Oh, you named her Arigato. Arigato. Thank you. Thank you very much in Japanese. Arigato. Arigato de gato. Arigato de gato. Arigato the cat. So it's Spanish and it's Japanese and Spanish. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Oh, Bumaclot's in here. On hood, salute, salute. So yes, I think you're saying yes to something, Holly. Okay, yes, you're saying yes, exactly. Okay, but I just think that's beautiful. Me and the kids are trying to become bunny fosters. Okay, and what the hell does that mean exactly? What is a bunny? A bunny. See, I don't know about bunnies though, cause I try to. I mean, they're in the yard all the time, right? They'd be like, and then they go real fast, and then they go stop, and then they go real fast. And I try to chase after them, and they're gone. I don't know how people like they have to set traps. I guess I don't know, but they do it some humane way. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how to do it. My grandpa used to say arigato. He learned some Japanese at war. Wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, arigato means thank you. I think, right? Arigato means thank you, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you're trying to become bunny fosters. See, bunnies are interesting too, because they would be house bunnies. Yeah, house bunnies. The only house bunnies I would be concerned with would be from Playboy bunnies, but that's the only house bunnies I would be thinking about. In between homes, waiting to be adopted. Are there still bunnies, by the way, after Hugh Hef died? Are there any more bunnies is there still a mansion? I have to check into that. He died and a whole lot of secrets went with him. A whole lot of secrets. He knew a lot and people know a lot right now that are living and breathing and walking on this earth. They know a lot about what he was into and what they were into. Okay, but I'm going way off the charts now. In between homes, waiting to be adopted. Okay, got you. In between homes, waiting to be adopted, and you name them Kibbles, or you name them Patches, or or you have a better name. Arigato gozi. Oh, a minute, hold on. Gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu. Is thank you very much. Okay. After all this, wives did tell alls. Did they? That's what I'm saying. He had the decency to die instead of going down like Matt Lauer, goddamn, what's his name? Garrison Keillor, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, who else? Kevin Spacey. They just cleaned house. He had the audacity and the decency to die. Holly Madison didn't undercover. Oh, wow. Even the last one did her story. Well, she's got a great name. I'm sucking up to Holly now. Holly Madison. Even the last one did her story. Okay. But I don't think there's no, what was it, sold or something? I'm sure there's going to be a Netflix documentary in the next few months. Because it's been like 10 years. It's been some time since he died. It's been over 10 years, I think. I'm looking it up right now. Hugh Hef. He died on September 27, 2017 at the age of 91 due to cardiac arrest with additional health issues including septicemia and E. coli. He passed away at his Playboy mansion in Beverly Hills. See? Crystal Hefner reveals Hugh's final words on his deathbed. Yeah. He had a good run. White man in America, made millions of dollars, had women all over the place. It's a good run. I say that's a good run. LMAO, the decency to die. I wanted you to laugh at that. Because it's true and funny at the same time. He had the decency to die. Not like, he didn't get in trouble. He could have gotten in trouble. But Russell Simmons was like, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm too young to die. I'm not going to, get, what was it, septicemia or something like that? Or E. coli? Or have cardiac arrest? I'm going to go to, where is he? He's in, God damn it. Oh, God, what is he in? Where is Russell Simmons? Can't remember exactly where he is. Where is he? I'm looking for it right now. Goddamn. Huh? Oh my god. Where is he? Lives in Bali. That's what it is. Bali. 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 He was an effing creep. He was a genius. He wasn't a creep. He was a genius. I love one of my favorite lines that people say, like, "Why do you objectify women?" He said, "They're objects, aren't they?" What do you think I'm objectifying women for? They're objects, aren't they? Can't they be objectified? I just thought that was hilarious. Now, I don't mean to piss you off, Holly. Don't be pissed off because of Pandora and Sky. Sky's not trying to piss you off. Sky's trying to alleviate you. This is the show for venting, for getting out, for hundreds of people dying today or yesterday, actually, because the time difference. Um, yeah, so we have to talk about. We're talking about your cat that pissed on the ground. I care more about your cat who pissed on your floor than on the hundreds of people that died. I'm telling it like it is. I'm telling the truth. I care more. I care about the people. I care about their lives. I care about the individuals who perished. It's very sad. But I don't know any of them. I know Holly. Holly knows her cat. So therefore, I have more care for Holly's cat pissing on the floor than on anything else that's going on in this world. Okay? There are a ton of wild weather events all over the world right now. Yeah, it's crazy. Is it? That's the first question I asked. Is it God? Is this God? Is this Jesus? You know, saying, okay, they're not worshiping me enough. Get Nepal, get China, get Nepal and China. They're worshiping some Buddha guy, I guess. I don't know. Isn't that right? In the Himalayas, am I correct? Correct my dumb ass, because I only know a few things. They're in the Himalayas. They believe in the Buddha or Hindu gods. Yes, I do too, Rottenwall. Rottenwall says the truth. I care more about Ines Cantor's WNBA debut. I'd care about that more too. I care about that more than the hundreds of people that were killed in these floods. It's on the book of Revelation. Well, it's not that Revelations. It's Revelation. It's just N. It's just, the N is the last letter. In the book of Revelation. Book of Revelation, sir. Not to try to be Mr. Picky, but I'm just trying to say, because you'll get fired on by Christians. You don't want that. You don't want Christians to come at you. Oh no, it's the book of Revelation. There's no S. Boombaclot. I barely cracked the door open and could smell it, and they were in the house with it for hours. It makes you kind of wonder. That's what kids do. I would have probably done the same thing. I think kids are weird like that. Kids they're like, you smell that? Yeah, I smell that. And then it's like, okay, and they go back to the Xbox. They go back to the place. Do they have Xbox and PlayStation, by the way, Holly? They have Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. What do they got? Do you allow that in your household? I'm going over time. I'm supposed to be talking about OTF Jam. I'm going to get to that in just a few minutes. I can't wait for them to go back to school and get the hell out of my house. Do they have PlayStation or Xbox in your house? That's what I'm asking. Geeked up on playing Xbox all day. Yeah. Pause motion. I'm still asking Holly. She hasn't responded on the Xbox and PlayStation question. Do you have an Xbox or PlayStation, Holly? Or do you not allow that in the household? So while Holly is getting that, it's because I'm an OCD clean freak. Yeah, that's good. But did you answer the question, Holly? Do you have PlayStation or Xbox? PlayStation 5 or was it Xbox One? Something like that? The new consoles? I don't have either. I used to have PlayStation and Xbox. I don't have time for it. I really don't have time. It's fun and it's great and I love it and I would promote it, but I just don't have time. I'm reading and writing and stuff. Nope, my son has an Atari. You're not joking. Oh my god. and has not behaved well enough to get an Xbox or PlayStation. And that's final, young man. I love that. All right, so we're gonna do 15 minutes. We're gonna chop it. I might go after 2 hours. I might go 2 hours. We'll see what happens. I might just go 2 hours. Hold on.
Villages have been swept away in.
Shut up. Okay, understood. Understood. That's understood. When he behaves normal, he can. He got in trouble 1 to 5 times a week last year. What does in trouble mean? I'm opening up the gates because I was gonna talk about OTF Jam snitching on. He totally flipped on Dirk. He flipped on Dirk like a flapjack on a Sunday morning. I'm telling you, he spoke. He sung like a canary in a cage. He was singing. He was singing on the stand. All right, so all right. I'm all set. You're all set for what, Holly? What are you talking about? I'm asking what does it mean? What is he got into trouble? What is trouble? Is he bullying kids? Is he stealing stuff? I never was a bully. I never got bullied. I was neither bullied, never, and I never was a bully. Yeah, he really jammed Dirk up. Yeah. Dirk, his defense team is definitely going to have some fire because he's definitely, at the end of the barrel. I had to be contacted by his teacher 1 to 5 times a week last year, and I'm not into that BS. Okay, that's as far as you need to go. That's okay. We don't need to hear anything else. Okay. I don't need to know the details. That's cool. Email, calls, suspended. I never was suspended. I try to be a good kid. I never skipped school. I never was a Ferris Bueller. I remember did that. Talks back. Okay. Doesn't listen. Does what he wants. Okay. Okay, going out of line a little bit. Okay, but how's your daughter? Your daughter, is she just like, a little bit mouthy kind of thing? She's 11. She's kind of at that age. She's trying to get her bearings. She's growing. She's beginning to become a woman. Holly, you already know what's coming after that. There's a movie called There Will Be Blood. We all know what happens when she becomes a woman. But your son talking back, not listening, doing what he wants. That's his growing pains. Bill Gates. I mean, he's kind of sketchy now, but just in the grand scheme of Bill Gates, the idea of the man, he was an ornery kid too. Like all the way up through middle school, he was like getting into trouble, getting into stuff, finding different things. When he got to high school, he completely changed his whole idea around. He got straight A's all the way through high school, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. Allegedly, I think that's true. I'm pretty sure it's right. But he's flipped his whole sketch around. Became one of the leading men in the world. I know. But I'm just saying, think about 1996 Bill Gates. Let's go back 30 years. He took 30 years to completely tarnish his reputation. Son of the Sun was good. BV Green, what's good? Everybody in here. Everybody's in here. Nobody's hitting the Cash App button. Like, yeah, I'll watch Sky, but I'm not gonna give him any Cash App. I'm not talking about Holly, because Holly gives her Cash Apps on her own. She does her own. But I'm saying for y'all. Gatestein, that's funny. What's good, Son of Sun? We're just having a discussion about cat pissing on Holly's floor instead of the hundreds of people that died in Nepal in the flood. That's all we're doing. And I'm about to let me go to FBJ. I'm saying FBJ. OTF Jam. I'm going to get into that. Thank you, BB. Appreciate it. Okay, so OTF Jam. We're right at the halfway mark. It's perfect. OTF Jam rolled over on Lil Durk. He straight up said he is selfish. He was demanding. I didn't even have a problem with Vaughn. I didn't even have an issue with King. He's Vonnie. He called him Vonnie, King Von. He said I didn't even have an issue with him. It was all Dirk. Dirk put this on me. He was singing. This nigga was singing. He was saying words. Ah! He was telling it. He was snitching. Like, okay, this is how you snitch, kids. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a crash course understanding of how you snitch on somebody. And that's what OTF stands for. OTF stands for only the family, which it implies that it's a tight-knit, close-knit kind of understanding of who the people are involved. So he may have to drop the OTF and just be jam. I don't know, because only for the what did I say? OTF, OFT, only for the OTF, only, it's only the family. I think it's only the family or something like that. Y'all gotta correct my dumb ass. I don't know. Star Wars respect. Yeah, I respect it. I'm a snitch too. I snitched on white boys way back in '98. If I didn't do that, I'd still be doing time. I'm telling you. I told this story many times. Just snitch. I mean, oh, you're selfish. Yeah, I am selfish. And you're selfish too. That's why you don't want me to snitch. Because you don't want to get in trouble either. You don't want to get got. You don't want to get caught by the beast. You don't want to go to jail. You're selfish too. What are you talking about? You're just selfish. Yeah, I am. And so are you. Anybody trying to say something, who'd you snitch on? Oh, okay, I'll do the story real quick. Okay. These boys, right? We were like 10 years old, 11 years old. And this is in New Jersey. This is in West Deptford, New Jersey. Google it if you want to. This is all real. These boys and these three white boys. There's an Italian white boy named Timmy and two other white boys. I don't remember their backgrounds, but Timmy was the Italian boy. I remember he was real cool. And we were just going around on our bikes. They had the Mongoose bike. They had the Schwinn. I had the Huffy. Bike, But we rode around like they were like they were like Cadillacs, they were two-wheeled Cadillacs. What is this? I'll get back to the story. Hold on. I saw videos of people robbing dead bodies. Yeah. Let's get to that. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that. Look, he's still snitching, dropping names. Yeah. Whoever, I can't remember his last name. I don't know his last name. I probably would tell it. He's somewhere. I guess it was almost 30 years ago. This is 1998. This is 1998, West Deptford, New Jersey. We were just rolling around our two-wheeled Cadillacs, and we were stealing the caps off the tires off. When you put the air in your tire, and you take off they're usually black and they're like usually ridged, but these were chrome. Fittings, and you had to be real quick and be real. You had to be on your Dean to make sure you could get to it, because they're usually like the big trucks. Usually the trucks, that had them. Most people don't care about with their valve, their tire. Is it a valve? I don't know what the hell to call it. Their tire caps. They don't really care what their tire caps are, but some people really had like the chromed out cars. We call them chromies because they look like chrome to match the trucks. We took those off. We took them, put them. My dumb ass put them on my bike. My mom sees it. It's like, what are those things on your bike? And then her husband, not her husband at the time, but he's my brother's father. I would never say he's my stepdad. I would never claim that. He's not really. He never did anything against me, but he never did anything for me either. So there's that. But so he was like, "No, you weren't," because this is what I would say. I said I was Mom, I was just over at the at the parking lot with the Taco Bell. So he was like, "No, you weren't. He was across the street at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree, and he saw me, do all this stuff. I mean, I was never caught by the victims. I was never caught by the police. I only got close to getting caught by the police one time when I was ruining Bradley's. That's what's called. The shopping chain is Bradley's. a Bradley shopping cart. I was with another white boy, and we were just destroying this shopping cart for no reason. We were just destroying this shopping cart. There's no, and then this cop just rolled up and was like, what are you guys doing? What's going on? I was just like, I don't know. We're just hanging out. It was like, you guys got to stop doing that. You're destroying private property. We just like ran away. I think after that. But anyway, back to the chromies. I had the chromies, right, and my dumbass had them on my bike, and she was just like, "What the hell are they?" And I was like, and after my brother's father said, "What is that? What are you doing?" And you were across the street. You weren't in the Taco Bell parking lot. You were in the Bradley's part, and you were going from car to car. I was like, I don't even remember saying anything. I was just like, yeah, my goose was cooked. I was done. And so my mom was like, all right, we're going. And I was like, damn. So I remember she had the same shirt. She said it was cold beer and hot crabs t-shirt on. I'll never forget. And she went and we went in the car and we drove all the way. I remember how to get to his house and everything. She was just like, where does he live? This Timmy kid, Timmy boy, the Italian kid. Timmy, he went to he had a house like just a few blocks away from where we lived. It was all in the suburbs. And everything was all in the suburbs. And so we go up to his house, knock on the door, ring the doorbell, bing bong, whatever the case may have been. And the mom answers the door. And she's like, "Hey, how can I help you?" And I was like, "Is your son Timmy?" And she was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, damn, I'm cooked." And she was just like, my mom just was like, "Well, did you know that your son and my son are out stealing, and things like that?" She was like, "Really?" And she's like, and then she was like, and then my mom held out in her hand. She was like, they're stealing these things." And the mom was like, "Oh, really? I remember seeing this in the laundry." I was like, "Oh, damn, nigga. Oh, we're cooked." I was like, "Oh, man, we're cooked." And this kid was like, I saw him a few days later, a few weeks later. He was real cool. He wasn't like, "You snitched, we're going to get you, nigger," or nothing like that. He was just like, it's all good, man. We shouldn't be doing this stuff. Like, we should. And it's crazy. It's weird because you got to nip it in the bud. I'm going to get to you, Son to Son 90. Let me read Son to Son 90. He says, "Look, he's still snitching, dropping names." Exactly. Technically, he did teach you something, and he did give you something. He taught you how to snitch. Exactly, how to snitch. But if there's a slight chance that if I didn't get caught, I'd still be serving time today because it would have been escalated. That's how it happens. Nobody, 5 to 10 years old, very few 5 to 10 year olds are robbers and, grand larceny or, stuff like that, or, Grand Theft Auto or something like that. They play the video game, but they're not in the real world of auto theft or home invasions and stuff like that. It would have escalated. I would have been, in juvie. Then I would have been probably had some kind of assault or something, a charge, something like that when I was 18 or 19 or 20. Then I'd be, for more robbery or maybe even a murder. Who knows? But they had to stop that then because that's how fast time flies. It's going to be 30 years. 30 years in 2 years. That's crazy. It was 28 years ago. I'm still talking about OTF Jam, by the way, even though I had to make this little detour because y'all wanted to know the story. So there we have it. But Sky up in the pen, yeah. I'll be getting OMs, officer meals. That's what Pooh Shiesty is getting. He's getting officer meals. It's a human thing. I learned that, I didn't learn it in the Marines. I remember that from school, from just being a human being, just growing up. You want to make the best situation possible. I remember in the Marine Corps, they had, MREs. I talked about this the other day. They had the jalapeno cheese and the peanut butter. Those were like gold. If you spread those on crackers or something like that, those are like gold. And if you can trade on hey, I'll give you 2 jalapeno cheese and 3 peanut butters if you take my fire wash tonight. I'm like, all right, man, cool. You know, that's what it was. Fire watch is when you're like looking for, you know, any kind of signs of the enemy or something like that, or you're training to do that. You're basically up in the middle of the night patrolling around the sleep. Everybody else is asleep. You're sleepy, maybe you're tired as hell, but you got to be on duty. If you're found sleeping, you're gonna get your ass chewed out. Pause. They kept saying that over and over. I'm like, that sounds funny. You're gonna, oh, they chewed my ass. I was like, that sounds really. You got to pause on that, sir. You got to pause on that. What's the difference? What's the difference between what, Bumba? What's the difference between what? I'm not sure what you mean. What's the difference? I don't know where Holly. I think Holly is doing super mommy deals. She cut out. I think. I don't know if she's here or not. Haven't seen her in a while. But that's okay. That's probably a good sign. Inmate meals. Oh yeah. Yeah. Inmate meals. No. What do you say? What? What's the difference? Oh, inmate meals are just like the regular, you know, government, whatever, you know, basically slop, you know, like some mush and maybe some green beans, and could have, you know, like Diddy's meals had what's it called? What's it called? Not rot, what's it called? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, my brain is crazy right now. Oh my god. It's like stale bread and rotten kind of food or something like that. That's inmate meals. OMs, officer meals, are like steak and potatoes and green beans and a roll and stuff. That's what the correctional officers eat. That's the difference. You know? That's why people love to say about their commissary, so they can get their ramen noodles and their Chips Ahoy cookies and their Doritos, Cool Ranch Doritos and stuff like that. So it kind of matches up, so they can make their spreads, make this, you know, put the a little bit of the chop, you know, crunch up the Cool Ranch Doritos in the ramen, put some ketchup on it, you know, let it soak in. Do what you got to do. See, that's just human nature. You try to make the best out of every situation, no matter what. People, I'm sure, were in the concentration camps. They must have did the same thing. And I got 3 people until we get a party. Let's get a party going here, folks. And make sure you hit that donate button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that, if you haven't followed already, follow. Or not follow. Subscribe button. I am cooking right now. I am seriously cooking. I deserve these things. I'm cooking. I've never done prison time. And if I can help it, I'll never do prison time. Never did prison time, but I've seen so many documentaries and TV shows and listened to Mr. Troy Saw Terrain and the different. I read, you know, Feds magazine and Don Diva magazine. Don Diva was one of the greatest magazines I've ever read. I mean, it was just so street smart and book smart and everything. It's such a great. I mean, you can get their back issues, I think, but I don't think they're printing anything new anymore. But Don Diva, yeah, Don Diva is the truth. Don Diva is one of the greatest things ever. They were in Clip's lyrics, "Living Street Tales worthy of Don Divas." So, what am I saying? OTF, almost to the minute. OTF, snitch, rat. Congratulations, welcome to the club. of snitches and rats. I was about to say riches and snatches. That's what you get. If you're a snitch, you get, and a rat, you get snatches and riches. if you want that, if you're mainly males, heterosexual males, you get snatches. OTF jam you up. Yeah, exactly. Jam them up. All right, so 45 minutes. We're already rocking 45 minutes. 7 viewers so far. Let's keep this thing rolling. Let's keep it rocking. I'm feeling good. I got a good time. I got I'm just show you this. What does that say there? Energy boost. I'm feeling myself. Okay, so I was gonna tell you another story. Here's another story. Here's a crazy, stupid, wild story. I got juxed. I respect the jux. I got juxed. I ordered LeBron's 23s, gold and black and gold. They came to the house in a box, and I was already suspicious. But they took the picture, but I was already suspicious of it. But I took it off the porch. It wasn't a porch pirate. There were no, they didn't take it off the porch. I brought it in the house. Open it up. It's this huge box. Hold on. I'll be right back. Look at this thing. Jesus Christ, right? It's a shoebox. This is a shoebox. Crazy. LeBron. This is why he's a billionaire. But anyway. So I get the box. I'm tearing through it. And I'm like, oh, this is anticipation. It's building up. Oh my gosh, this is going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. Turns out, it's an empty box. And they do this. They like, and I called a lady today. It's getting handled. Don't worry. I'm gonna spoil it right now. It's not like I'm hanging. She said the money's going back into my account. Everything's gonna be whatever. But the thing was, she was kind of shady. She was like, "Did somebody play a joke on you? Did somebody pranking you? Did they?" I was at forces laughing at my dumb ass. It was Foot Locker. I snitched again. I made a USPS report, a federal report. I sent that in. I don't know where Holly went. Holly's doing. She's trying to clean up. She's trying to feed her kids. She's trying to do a lot of things. Whatever she's doing, and when she's not here, I'm kind of happy because she does enough for me. And you guys don't see behind the scenes as a friend. We're miles apart, but she that's the power of the internet. She helps out tremendously, so I appreciate her. I hope they don't do me the same. I just ordered some Rick Owens sneakers. Oh man, I hope they don't do you either, man. Seriously, I didn't really work. I wasn't like pissed. I was like, okay, just file return from, and I'm good because that's how I figured that would happen. And if you go on their website, it says empty box. Like they like this has happened before. This is like par for the course. Somebody just rocks your sneaks. And what's creepy is it's like if you weren't honest, I don't know what. I guess that's what she was trying to get at. She was just like, "Well, did somebody try to play a prank on you, or was somebody trying to joke on you?" Or I'm like, "No, I just wanted my sneakers." I opened the box and it was a bag with the stuffing that goes in the sneakers. Like if they want them that bad, I mean, goddamn, they're only $190. If you can't afford $190 sneakers, you not. And that's the thing too. They're probably it's not even like they can't afford it. They flip them. Those sneakers I bought for $190. They'll flip for like $600 or $700, maybe $1,000. I respect the jokes. I'm gonna get my money back and get another pair because I'm waiting for it for my high school reunion, my 20th anniversary. So I want them to be a conversation piece. I'm gonna wear my suit. I'm wearing my sport coat and my trousers and my white shirt and with my gold cufflinks. And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, bronze in Philly, because that's where my market is. He's in the Philadelphia area. The Philadelphia area is my market. For television and radio and stuff like that. And so we're just like, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm wearing the bronze, gold and black. Let's go, come on, let's go. Like, I just wanted to be a conversation piece. Like, yeah, go LeBron, let's go Sixers, So that's what I wanted to do. You only live once. There's only one 20th anniversary, so I was like, because I don't buy $190 sneakers. I have the money, I can afford it, but I don't. I buy $20 sneakers. I buy FUBU sneakers because they're affordable and comfy and cool to me. They don't have the Nike swoosh. That Nike swoosh is going to cost you like $190. The FUBU sneaker costs you $20. What are you gonna do? Like I said, I can afford. I can buy them, and this is like a special occasion. This is in October 17th of this year, 2026. Yeah, it was someone's last day on the job, and one of the free. Yeah, they were just. Well, I don't know if it was their last day on. It was probably one of their first days on the job. Not one of the first, in the middle of their job. They probably are, used to it. They're probably been snatching sneakers, and do it. And the messed up thing was, my spidey sense ticked up. I was like, this looks shady. I was like, why are there so many tape? Why is there so much tape on top of this box? Somebody got into this box, and that was in the back of my head. I just went through the whole thing, trying to figure out everything was all right. The first question in my mind was like, are they the ones I ordered? Because there's the purple ones, which would have been the Lakers, and then there's the black and gold ones. The black and gold can go with the Sixers because that's part of their colors: red, white, and blue, and black and gold and silver. That's all the Sixers stuff. If they ain't at least 200, they just GR. What is GR? What does GR mean? I don't like cheap shoes anymore. 200 is bottom line. Wow. Okay, that's fine. Same thing with like performance. Performance is a difference. I like Nikes when I'm hooping. If I hoop, I haven't hooped in like 10 years almost. But if I'm hooping, I'm wearing Nikes. If I'm running, I'm wearing New Balance or Asics. That's just what it is. I'm not playing around with no FUBU. Tear my ACL or something like that, or my Achilles heel or something like that, messing around with some FUBU sneakers on the court. No, thank you. I'm trying to run through some puddles and slip because the FUBU sole wasn't weak enough. Couldn't grab the gravel or something like that. Tiptoeing in my Jordans. I actually like that song. What's it? Oh, what's his name? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Y'all can say it if you want to real quick. What's his name? Oh my God. Tiptoeing in my Jordans. Oh my God. Say his name. Tiptoeing. Riff Raff. Yes. Who is Riff Raff? Are you asking like? Are you saying like Jeopardy? Who's Riff Raff? You saying like who's Riff Raff? Who is Riff Raff? Like it's Jeopardy. Holly's back. Everybody salute Holly. Salute Holly. She's the woman holding me down. She's a friend, good friend. We never dated. We never went out. We're just friends. We always been cool. Like that's how it's gonna be. She's gonna be my, like super. Like if there was a comparison, she's like the white. If you remember Star Buckwild, his days at Power 105, he had White Trash Helene, who was Italian as well. Helene Sola. She's like Helene Sola. Like they never dated, to my knowledge. They never had any kind of sexual relationship or anything like that. That's the kind of person that Holly is to me. She's just that real. She's a dedicated career woman who has a household, who has her own car, who has her own, she's an independent woman. She has 2 kids. Give her flowers right now. I hate that. Oh, give them their flowers. Give them their flowers. I hate that. 2 reasons. One reason is it's an implication. It's an implication that there's no flowers in heaven. There's no flowers in heaven. Why give somebody their flowers now when you can give them when they're in heaven? And the second reason, why give somebody flowers? I mean, that's like, why give them flowers? Why don't you give them soup or something like that? Why give them flowers? Give them some soup or give them a steak. Give them, give them a trip to not Haiti. That's crazy. Give them a trip to Bali and let them meet up with Russell Simmons. Here we go. I'm in rotten spirits. No, you're not, Holly, because you were laughing. You were laughing earlier. You're not in rotten spirits. You're really not. What did you use, by the way? Did you use a bleach? What did you use to? Maybe not bleach. Maybe you used ammonia. Don't use bleach and ammonia together, though. Yeah, that's what I said. I caught myself. Now I tripped to Haiti. You don't want to go to Haiti. Nobody ever says, I can't wait for my trip to Haiti. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Let's see. How much you pay for them LBJ shoes? $190, $190. They were $210. They knocked off $20. So my dumbass. I knew something crazy was going to happen. I was like, because the first thing was I went to the store. And I was like, they're not going to have them. They had the ones I was going to get. I was going to get the Kobe 20s. I think the Kobe 20s. If I'm not mistaken, the Kobe 20s got all his like 24, 81, all that black and gold. I was like, oh, that'd be cool. But I was like, eh. And if I might still get them, I still might get them if they don't have too much purple. If they have like a lot of black and gold, I'll get those. But yeah, I didn't get a military discount. I might get it this time though. I'm gonna ask them if they have a military discount because I looked at I did everything on the internet. Everything was all on the internet. So if it was maybe it was in person, there could have been a military discount. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Holly, oh my God. Don't do that. Don't do that. Give me a noose is more like it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I already have one. Already have one. Already have what? What? I don't know. I can't remember. I'm going so fast. I don't even know what you're referring to. You already have what, Holly? Military discount? Yeah, I know. That's if they allow it. They may not allow it, or if they do. I mean, they didn't have. You can't do it on the internet anyway, unless they have a screenshot of your and can verify it. I don't think they can verify it, but I might do it now since I'm going to the store. So this might be Jesus looking out for me, y'all, right? Muhammad, Moses, one of them niggas. We were supposed to do one day in Haiti on our cruise, but it was too dangerous, so we stopped. That's what I'm saying. Who goes to Haiti? How many commercials have you ever seen? Come to Haiti, where the beautiful sandy beaches. Like, I'm sure it is beautiful. They may have like tropical locales and stuff like that, but it's too crazy. It's a basket case of a nation. It's crazy. People immigrate to America and the Central America and stuff like that from Haiti. They try to get out of Haiti. Even though Haiti was the only, if I'm not mistaken, it was the only slave colony to ever revolt against the French, and I think even the British or the Spanish. If I'm not mistaken, please correct my dumbass if I'm wrong. They were the only slave population to revolt against a European nation anywhere. I think that's true. It was 1804, if I'm not mistaken. 1804. Correct my dumbass. Sky, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'll take it, whatever. So you're starting a collection. No, I'm not starting a collection. I have a collection of FUBU sneakers. I buy $20 FUBU sneakers. I have running sneakers. When I perform, like I said, when I have performance, it's New Balance and Asics and Nike. New Balance and Asics for the running, and Nike for the running up and down the court. If I'm ever hoop again, if LeBron could be like 47 years old or 53 years old, or how old he is, he's only 41. I'm just messing around. But if he wants to be on the court when he's that age, man, he ain't gonna be playing around with no FUBU sneakers. You are correct. They are the only slave to win a revolt. Yep. And then what the hell they do with it? They couldn't. They have Papa Doc and Baby Doc and all that. It's a crazy history. They beat the slave owners off the island, beat them into the sea. Yeah. Yep. 1804. 1804. 61 years before American slaves were emancipated. And they weren't even emancipated all over the place. Because that's why they have Juneteenth. Juneteenth is still bullshit too, because they had people that were in the 20th century. I mean, you can tell there was a guy named, I can't remember his name, but there was a guy that took people and put them on the chain gang. This is like in the mid 20s and 30s. They used them as slave labor. This is in the 60s and 70s. A woman, I can't think of her name right now, but there was a woman that you just watch a documentary called The Cotton Picking Truth. It's a terrible looking documentary. It's like really low grade, like very bad graphics and sound and imagery, But the story. The story is very good. They tell the story of how the woman, she used to eat rabbits and stuff like that. It was crazy. All right, so I'm gonna put this on a video. Y'all watch the video while I take my drugs. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, that's not it.
Northern Nepal with mudslides in neighboring Tibet.
This is a remote area, hard to reach. You're fighting against the terrain and the weather conditions.
They were talking about hearing a roaring sound. Within seconds, they saw tons of water gushing through the mountains.
Officials are anticipating this as one of the worst disasters since the 2015 earthquake.
It's a race to save lives right now.
More than 500 people are missing, including tourists from 28 different countries. And officials are bracing for large numbers of fatalities. We'll bring you up to date on what we know about the flash flooding in Nepal and Tibet, but I want to first show you the scale of the incident. And a warning, you may find some of these pictures distressing. This is CCTV footage that shows the moment people attempted to flee just seconds before this massive mudslide engulfed the border crossing between Nepal and China. The clip has been edited. You will see that we've added a white flash due to the distressing content. You will see that people are running and then completely swept away. Here's more CCTV footage from the same border crossing. A massive wall of mud and water hits the side as those people flee. Well, let's bring in our global affairs reporter, Ambarasan Itharajan. Talk us through then what has unfolded.
This morning, all of a sudden, people heard a ferocious sound, and soon they saw huge waves of water, boulder, and mud slamming through the mountain valleys, sweeping away whatever was on its way, destroying houses, power stations, offices, whatever, bridges, and also several office blocks were taken away by this ferocious water. We still don't know how many people have died, how many people are still missing. Even though the government is giving their estimates, the figures are changing, but it is one of the worst disasters Nepal has faced in recent decades.
Well, colleagues from the BBC's Nepali service have been speaking to people who witnessed the floods in one of the worst hit areas. Here's what they told us.
My family members were swept away by the flood in front of my eyes. My father, my mother, sister, and her kids are all swept away. They could not escape the flood. There was no chance at all.
Me and my mother were together while trying to escape. I saved my mother by pulling her hand. Before that, I had given my phone to my sister to remain safe and contact for help. But she is not reachable now. The mobile is switched off. I'm worried she must be swept away.
So what more do we know about how the disaster unfolded? It's something our global environment correspondent, Navin Singh Khadka, has been looking into.
So this is the Pan-Himalayan region in Tibet as well as in Nepal, all these towering peaks. Scientists have been warning us that because of climate crisis, these mountains are losing ice fields, glaciers, and because of that, what happens is all these melting, they come down as water floods and so on and so forth. The rivers and rivulets are the medium to bring down all those boulders, all those sediments. And what happened in this particular case is something they're trying to find out. There's not a definitive answer yet, but what my sources are telling is there might have been a case of a big ice chunk that got destabilized, collapsed, and when it came down, the friction with the rocks generated massive volume of water, got down to the river, blocked the river for some time, and then the river, it burst out, and that's why there was this massive flood downstream.
Yeah, the wall of water has smashed through buildings, and the authorities are confronting the scale of damage to critical infrastructure. Here's Panindra Dahal from BBC Nepali.
Officials are anticipating this as one of the worst disasters since the 2015 earthquake. Critical infrastructures like hydropower stations have been washed away, drinking water supply, road supply, they have all seen severe damages. Officials are now racing against time on how to manage the flood-affected victims. The government has said it will provide temporary accommodation, food, and drinking water, among others.
Among those missing are hundreds of people from Nepal, Tibet, and other places, including at least 100 from India, 47 from the United States, 33 from the United Kingdom, 17 from Malaysia, and 4 from South Africa. Our South Asia correspondent Azadeh Moshiri explains how difficult it will be rescuing those trapped in the floods.
This is a complicated rescue operation. That flash flood and mudslide has torn through villages, swept away bridges, and it's happened in a remote area. Rasua is in the northern part of Nepal. It's north of the capital Kathmandu, and it's near the border with Tibet. And so it's difficult to get emergency teams in. So far, more than a dozen helicopters have been deployed, including military helicopters, but they're fighting not only against some of the terrain, but also the winds in that area as well. And on top of that, districts downstream are being warned to stay on high alert, not only in Nepal, but also here in India.
August is peak season for both trekkers and Hindu pilgrims heading to the glacial lakes in this part of Nepal. Phanendra Dahal in Kathmandu has more on why so many tourists may have been in the area where the flooding occurred.
It is one of the main routes that connects to Mansarovar, a popular tourist site in Tibet, and hundreds of people in this season choose this route to go to Tibet. And now another sacred Hindu festival of Janai Purnima was also approaching. Many local pilgrims also were traveling to Gosai Kunda, one of the popular destinations. And it is also expected that some of the Indians or other Nepali nationals who were in the routes as religious pilgrims are among those missing.
The BBC's Ambarasa Nithirajan is still with us. It's not the first time, is it, that Nepal has experienced a disaster on this scale?
Nepal has seen floods, devastating floods before. In fact, in the same area last year, some flash flooding happened, killing more than 18 people. That was blamed on melting glacial area. Now, in 2015, the country also witnessed a huge earthquake. I was there a month after this earthquake happened, in which more than 9,000 people were killed, 22,000 injured. In 2008, there was another flooding in which millions were affected. But what difference this time is people had no chance or little chance to escape when this flash flood came, sweeping away all their homes and offices and bridges.
We need to be careful with the numbers and what we're reporting at the moment, because I get a sense, Ambarasan, that things might get worse. Is there any indication at the moment of how bad this could be?
Now, the officials are estimating what could be the damages in several villages. In fact, the task is so enormous. There's several villages, several townships. We are talking about hundreds of tourists, including foreigners. Now, the whole issue is about the infrastructure damage to this country. Now, already they're estimating more than $100 million worth of damage. But the problem is people had no time to escape or leave their homes because it came all of a sudden. So the numbers can increase dramatically in the coming days.
Ambarasam, thank you very much for that. That is all you need to know for the time being about the devastating and deadly flash flooding on the Nepal-Tibet border.
I'm back. I'm awake. I told you I had the energy boost. Like the drugs are like fighting, like, nah, nigga, pow, I'm trying to make this nigga go to sleep, bang. And then he's like, no. I gotta keep him awake for the show. That's what's going on in my head right now. I think the only three people are in here: Son the Sun, 88, Holly, and Outside Forces. Prove me wrong. I think that's all everybody is in here right now. But I get more after the rebroadcast. Rebroadcast really jump up. Hello, she's like, hello, I'm here, you stupid, you stupid nigger. Holly wouldn't say that. She's not that. I always say, Holly, I like to say, oh, you can say nigger. It's not even just say it. It's not even like you can't. Oh, you could say nigger. Just say it. I don't care. With the hard ER, yes, the hard ER. I've been called it enough. Holly's saying it's like it's funny, it's weird. She's done cleaning at 9:09. Ugh. Hundreds of people, could be thousands of people, lost their lives today or yesterday. Thousands of people are misplaced. They don't have homes. They don't have their vehicles. They don't have. Some people are missing in their families. But you know what? Holly's cat pissed on her floor. I care about that more. Not trying to rhyme. I hate when people. I hate when you say it. I have to turn the phone to. Oh, I didn't mean. Wow. Excuse. Oh, I thought you were on your earbuds. I didn't know you had your earbuds in. I didn't know. Do you have earbuds? I'll send you some, Holly, if you need them. Cause that'll be a win for everybody. They can't hear it, and you can hear all of it. Everybody wins with earbuds. Everybody wins with earbuds. Shit on the floor, exactly. That should be an album title. Shit on the Floor by Leslie Stevenson. Her greatest hits. Shit on the Floor. And why don't you use earbuds, Holly? Shit on the floor. I don't like stuff on or in my ears. Wow. This man's high. He said that too. You said sky's gonna be high as AF. I'm trying not to cuss. Free Lindsay Clancy. You know what? My sister gave me perspective on her. I did not realize her husband is trying to, this is gonna be on every Netflix special. It's gonna be crazy. I just keep my volume low, but I don't use them at the gym. But what is the problem? Oh, you just don't like stuff on or in your ears. But you wear earrings, right? Or is it just you're inside the ear? I guess I don't know. But I love my Beats. My Beats are awesome. Where are my Beats? Oh, here we are. Here's my little commercial. Dr. Dre's gonna get $12 million just from me doing this. See these? These are the truth. They go right in here in this little box. They slip over your ear. Got the little B. It looks like a D because it's backwards, but whatever. But yeah, these are the truth. I love these. Love these. I've lost this case like 6 times already. This case is the truth. I even have like the polyurethane cover over the cover. They're the truth. I love my Beats. My Beats pill. My Beats pill. Here's my pill. The pill is the truth. Love the pill. Gotta love the pill. Greatness. Apple's got all my money. That's what Nike doesn't get too much of my money. Apple gets my money. Earrings are the only jewelry I wear. Oh, okay. I'm wicked particular about everything. I can't do the I lived in Massachusetts for 2 years. I didn't pick up their accent. But Worcester, Boston, the Harbor. I can't do it. I'm failing right now. I can feel it. I'm like, it's not really how they speak. But yeah, she's a New Englander. But that's all expensive. Yeah. Apple. What I'm doing right now. This is on an Apple. It's an iMac. It's a Mac. It's an iMac, and it costs like, what was this, like $4,000, $5,000, something crazy. I have a laptop that was like $2,300 or $2,500. I have my iPhone. This costs like $1,900, $2,000. What else? I think that's all my Apple stuff. But I just love Apple and Beats and stuff like that. It's just great. I haven't had really mainly complaints about it. I've marveled at a lot of it. Like the apps in the store, the Apple store. Are you kidding me? Like stuff I didn't even realize it was good. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Worcester is crazy town now. Tell me, Holly. We got time. I'm gonna kick my feet up. I'm gonna sit back and let Holly tell us. Tell us the story about Worcester, Holly. Why is Worcester crazy town now? I really have my feet up. I'm kicking back. I want to hear the stories that Holly's got. Holly's got a story about Worcester. I remember somebody was like, Worcester? They're like, no, it's Worcester. But yeah, I'm just messing around. Let me go get back. So 2 people in here, Holly and somebody, Outside Forces or Sun to Sun 88. I'm not sure. Crazy Land of Actovision. So okay, so they got the non-binaries and the Antifas and the all the crazies. And I do mean crazies. I'm not going to take that back. They're crazy. I mean, everybody that's not an individualist is crazy to me. They call themselves the LBGT Sanctuary City. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, if you're gonna be in the queer community, be in the queer community. I have nothing against you. Like I said, I have people in my family, smart, cool. Doesn't matter what I don't care. If they want to do that kind of business, that's their business. I don't care. I care about their minds and the personality and the individual that they are. It doesn't matter what sexual orientation they have. I care about their morality and their virtues and their values and whether they're a good person and they have good jokes and can talk about movies and TV. That's all we talk about. My stepbrother's husband. We just talk about TV and movies and stuff. And we just yeah, that's a good show. You gotta watch that. Yeah. He's a good guy, great guy, smart as a whip, and they're making bank. They have really, really good jobs. So they're in like the tech industry, I think, if I'm not mistaken. They're in the tech industry. It's really it's beautiful. That's cool. I don't want anything to do with it, but hey, that's them. They obviously want something to do with it. Let them. That's why that whole history is weird. Like, why do you care if somebody? Oh, fag, you're a fag. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Holly. Holly's gonna get me. She's gonna slap me over the head with a marinara spoon because I've been saying these words. But I'm messing up my own algorithms, by the way. But anyway, furries in court. Oh my, furries in court, really? But yeah, so I never understood that. I never understood what do you care? Well, they're like men. I don't like that. Men liking men, women liking women. That gets at me. For what? How do you? Oh, that she doesn't want to be called a her or him. It's a non-binary. I don't like that. So you don't like it? Who cares? Nobody cares that you're straight. Nobody cares that I'm straight. I don't care that I'm the only one that knows that that cares that I'm straight. Like, it doesn't matter. Who cares? I might get you a wooden spoon at the Italian Fest this weekend. That would be awesome. You know my address. That would be great. And have it engraved and say, "You fool." And I'll just hit myself over the head when I say something stupid. Okay, now you just open up a Pandora's box. No pun intended for your cat. But the Italian Fest. Where? When? Give me the details, Holly. I'm going to try to run my mouth while she's giving me the details about this Italian Fest. Where is it and when is it and what does it entail? I'm sure it entails some food. Gotta be some Italian food up in there. Pizza, pasta, come on. My dad's friend, my dad was Catholic for a little while. And this is like in the 70s. And they're Roman Catholic, of course, but they had those big Sunday feasts. And every Christmas, Christmas Eve, they had the Feast of the Seven Fishes. Yeah. Oh, it'll be personalized. Started today in Boston. Okay. Feast of St. Anthony's. Okay. See, Feast of St. Anthony. Had to be feast, right? And St. Anthony is, you go every year. That's awesome. You take the kids, of course. You take the kids. You take your daughter and your son. Feast of St. Anthony's go every year. That's awesome. Yeah, so yeah, they had the Feast of the Seven Fishes every Christmas Eve, all that, Italian culture and black culture. That's why I think, Holly liked Godfather of Harlem so much, because the black and Italian, the families all mixed up, the different dynamics of black life and Italian life. Like, it was like mixing The Wire and Sopranos. Like, it's really heavy on, the black people in The Wire, and it's really heavy on the Italian people in Sopranos. But the Godfather of Harlem, they had this like intermingling. It's really cohesive. It's not like strained. There seems like there's a real thing, even though they're obviously the Sopranos and The Wire were fictionalized, real people. In Sopranos and The Wire, they were composites of real people. But on the Godfather of Harlem, is obviously actually nonfiction people in fictional scenarios. I said yes, of course. So what else is there besides food at this Feast of St. Anthony's? What else is besides food? Are there rides? Are there are there hats? Are there funny hats that people wear? Do they have what do they have? We stopped the Seven Fishes with my oh wow, when your grandfather died. Wow. He must have prepared. He the one that was preparing everything. Was that the reason why? And it was like, okay, he used to do that. We're not going to continue the tradition, kind of thing. Holly, is that true? I'm just wondering, because yeah, I've never participated in the Seven Fishes. I've only heard families doing it. I can only name my favorite stuff: baked ziti. It's a wrap. I'm killing it. And that ziti lasts for like 3-4 weeks. By the way, we have it on Christmas. It doesn't stop till maybe the beginning of February. I'm not lying. We freeze it. We might take it out. It could last till May. If you freeze it. And of course, my favorite dessert, tiramisu. Oh my God. There's certain places that make it right. Okay, let me see. Music, dancing, parades, old people music, lots of great souvenirs. I have trucks I go to every year and buy from. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But like I was saying with tiramisu, you have to have the right lady fingers. You have to have the right coffee. You have to have the right cream. Everything has to be perfect. Has to be perfect. And okay, not grandmother wouldn't do it without wait a minute. Oh no, grandmother wouldn't do it without him. Okay, that kind of hit me. I'm not gonna cry on my show. I'm not gonna cry. That was kind of heavy. I'm not gonna hide. Dude, my mom makes the best lady fingers. Hey, it depends. I've gone to chain stores that have really great ones, like BJ's. No, wait, not BJ's. BJ's doesn't have the good one. The Costco has banging tiramisu. And we have a local. It's ironic because it's an Italian bakery, but it's not that good. I'm not gonna say their name. I'm just gonna say there's an Italian bakery in Delaware. You can look it up on your own and ask me the questions. I'm probably not gonna answer you. I'm definitely not gonna answer you. But there's an Italian bakery that has tiramisu, and it is not good. It's like a C+, D-. It's not. It's kind of dry. It's not. You got to make it right. Yes, it does. Yes, exactly. See, Holly knows. Holly, can you make tiramisu? Can you make what is? No, I asked you this before. I think this is around Thanksgiving. I asked you about, and your sister makes it or something like that. One of your sisters, I think one of your sisters, your brother-in-law makes it or something like that. You don't make it, but you do have a dish that you make, but you don't make I don't think you make ziti or tiramisu. That's my favorite meal and my favorite dessert. Baked ziti and tiramisu. And that's the thing with Italian dishes. They're kind of like Mexican dishes. They just rearrange things. It's the same food mainly. A burrito and a taco, basically the same thing. Empanadas, basically the same thing as I can't even think of what they're called, but they're basically the same thing. Tamales, Italian food, spaghetti, rigatoni, penne, ziti, lasagna. Basically the same thing. Tomato sauce, pasta, and cheese and meat. It's basically the same thing over and over and over again, but they just name it different things. It's crazy, but it's all good. Like I love it. It's beautiful. That's me. And I know Holly dumps on one of my favorite places to be and not to work at. I hated my job there because I wasn't good. Every job that I hate is because I didn't do well. It was my performance, so I hated it. She had question marks. No, I sick at cooking. Okay, so you were. Okay. I'm terrible. Okay, so it was your sister. Cause I did ask you that. I asked if it was your sister and I think your brother-in-law. Somebody in your family makes like really good pasta or something like that. My family isn't into tiramisu. Wow, who are you confusing me with? I'm thinking about the ziti. I think the baked ziti. Baked ziti, hold the ziti. My brother made my mom's mousse. Okay. Yeah, I might be confusing you with somebody else, but I think I might have been trying to ask you about the ziti. I think your sister makes baked ziti. I could be confusing that. I don't know. But that's my favorite pasta dish, which is the same thing as basically lasagna, penne, spaghetti, rigatoni. That's awesome. It's fun. I love how there are different cultures, there's different people. You know, black people, we love fried chicken and watermelon. The blacks, yeah. I'm trying not to use the N word. I'm just gonna say November. I don't like to use the N word. I hate when people say the N word. I just say November. That's the goddamn the alphanumeric NATO code. No, they host on the holidays. Oh, okay. Gotcha. And do you have traditional Thanksgiving, or do you have pasta? Do they make pasta? I know you don't contribute. You probably contribute. The not costumes. What's it called? Jesus, my brain. Oh my god. The decorations. No one at our house does baked ziti. Okay, I'm totally confused now. That's just be me then. That was probably just me. She says no one at our house does baked ziti. Whose house? Because you don't live with my dad does stuffed shells. Okay, I like stuffed shells. You are close. Oh, see, Holly's trying to give me my she's trying to give me my what do you call it? Not condolences. God damn it, my mind is going crazy right now. I don't remember how to say it, but she understands what I mean. Consolation. She's trying to console me. That's my consolation prize for her. See, I swear, my brain is just not on point right now. It's crazy. But yeah, we can talk about anything now. I did my big three. We were talking about Nepal still. We talking about Pandora pissing on Holly's floor. We did Italian Thanksgiving, thank God. Oh my God. I hate Thanksgiving. Oh, See, I can't agree with you, Holly. I need my stuffing. I need my turkey. I need my cranberry sauce. I need my macaroni and cheese. I need my sweet potato souffle. I need my green beans. I need my asparagus. I don't know what you're talking about, Holly. I don't know. We might have to. I don't know about our friendship anymore. No, I'm not just messing with you. People get mad over food. You're like, what? You're not friends with him because he said he likes Thanksgiving food? What? Proper. Proper. Okay. Proper. So, I just, it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life. I live my life. I don't live in fear. I don't live in regret. I just keep pushing forward. And I'm getting paid tomorrow. It's so beautiful. Well, technically, I was already paid, but it goes into my main account tomorrow. And then next week, I get paid again by the United States government again, because I get paid by them. Standing on Citizens 55th Street. I would never eat all of it ever again. Why is that, Holly? Please explain, expound upon your assertion. She says, I will never eat all of it ever again. I can hear her voice. I can hear her inflection. No, I love Thanksgiving. Okay, so top holidays. 3 is Christmas. 2 is Thanksgiving. 1 is 4th of July. Those are my top 3 holidays. Number 4, probably Father's Day. Number 5, maybe Halloween. I don't know. I love what's coming up. I love the season that's coming up. I love autumn. Autumn is my favorite time of year for many reasons. One reason is all the sports play at one time. Basketball and hockey are in the they're in the not intermission. What is it? What's it called? God damn it! My brain is just not even funny. It's not funny. They're in exhibition. They have exhibition games. Football is just getting started. Baseball is in the postseason. It's very exciting. It's getting cooler. It's like just crisp enough. It's like spring can get kind of hot. It's almost like summer because some days in spring are kind of hot. But fall is usually warm all the way up to about November. Then it's like, all right, it's starting to get serious now. And I just love autumn. I love fall. It's a great time to be alive. It's the Nobels come out during the fall. The people that are selected as Nobelists. That's always fun to figure out that. So I think this is good. Don't like turkey, stuffing, squash, sweet potatoes, green beans. I could do without all of it. Don't like cranberries. Holly is hating tonight. She's hating on traditional American values. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't. This is her preference. She doesn't like all that Thanksgiving, traditional food. I can respect that. I can respect that. And what's weird, what the weird thing is? Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're weird. Like, it's like a month apart. You just saw these people. You don't see them for like, what is it, 9, 10 months? And then you see them, and then you see them again a month from the day from Thanksgiving, like a few days before or a few days during. It's weird. Thanksgiving and Christmas are kind of strange. Except the difference is, it's like Thanksgiving is just like, come on over and eat. Let's just eat. Let's just fill our bellies, watch football, You know, that's it. That's good. Christmas is like baggage. It's like, oh, we got to get a gift. We got to, they got to open it. They might not like it. They could see it. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. Thanksgiving is the best, I think. Christmas is okay. It's my third. I love Christmas time. I love the garland and the decorations and the winking lights and the, goodwill towards men and stuff like that. That's what I like about Christmas time. Not just like, anything else, not just the gift giving and stuff like that. That's what I like the most. But what was it? Hundreds of people in Nepal dead, thousands displaced, thousands missing. We don't care, and we shouldn't. I mean, we do care, but we don't know. We don't know. We don't know, and I don't know any dot head, anybody they got swept away in the flood. I don't know. And I care because it's just humanity. But I don't know them. I can't say, oh wow, it was Jimmy Arnold. Not Jimmy Arnold. It was more like Prindar Gasser or something like, I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. Once it hits 0, I'm out of here, by the way. There's one person in here. I'm trying to go to 2 hours, but if it dips to 0, I am gone. I'm no longer on this platform. So, hundreds of people. It's just Nepal and China, the border of Nepal and China. Do not redeem. What does that mean? Do not redeem. What are you talking about, Bumba? Thanks for being in here, by the way. Are you the only one? Maybe Holly's probably in here, but she's just being a super mom right now and probably helping out something. Joe Biden, wake up. But it's do not redeem me, though. I need to hit more of this. I need to hit this this water. I'm awake now. I didn't realize they had glaciers in Nepal until your news story. Yeah. See? I'm educating. I didn't know either. It just happened to be in that clip. Yeah, glaciers. Oh, global warming. If they weren't, the Earth wasn't warming, we would have more glaciers, and they would be, more solid instead of liquid and flood the whole place. Bullshit. Okay, and the next thing is it's like, in the 1960s, they said there was going to be a population boom, and there would be no food to feed everybody. The truth is, we have more good food. Don't think about anything bad. Everybody likes to say, oh, the lettuce, oh my God, the lettuce is terrible. You're in the shower, okay. Holly's getting clean. She's getting ready for bed. You have to give her that much, respect. If she doesn't, chime in, just know that she's getting fresh and clean with some zest. Anybody remember that? You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean. That was a myth. But anyway, yeah, it's weird. It's hundreds of people just swept away. And I would contend again. Oh, but I was on a trail or something. I completely forgot. Oh yeah, farmers. In 26. Let's go back to 100 years. There were probably like 30% to 40%, maybe farmers, maybe even more. It could be like 50 or 60% farmers. I'm not sure. I could be messing up. Could be fudging the numbers. Don't get me on the numbers. But there are farmers. There's a significant amount of farmers. Let's say that. And today, there's like 2% of farmers. But they produce more food than they're even capable of consuming. That's a beautiful recognition of capitalism. And to say that there's going to be a population bomb, well, that failed. That went out of style. Next thing they said, global cooling. They said the world was getting cooler. I think it was a Time magazine cover, or at least in the issue. It said the world is getting cooler. This is in the 70s, early 70s. That didn't pan out. So then they started, okay, we got to come up with something to bitch about. Let's talk about global warming. And nobody's really, for all like global warming as they once were. Remember, Thunberg, what's her name? I can't remember. It uses to say her first name too. That's ironic. Greta Thunberg. If I'm saying that correctly, I may be correct on it. But I see that, Holly. You are multitasking. That's amazing. But at least you get some alone time. Finally, you got some Holly time and Scholar time too. Just digitally. Don't get crazy, kids. But so they said global warming. Even though now, like I said, they're worried about Gaza still. They're still worried about Gaza. They're still worried about the Iran war, stuff like that. But what does that all mean? Come on now. And what do you do? It's cars. We need to get electric cars. We need to get sacrifice. We need to not have all the different appliances and goodies and stuff we love to use for electrical power and stuff like that, because it's destroying the atmosphere. Oh my God, it's destroying the world, it's destroying the glaciers, and you always see that one a polar bear standing on a piece of ice floe, I think it is. That ain't jam on the thumbnail, lol. I know. That's the funny. I might have to change it, but I they usually get it right. I guess he's not that famous. He's actually bald headed and kind of stockier. I don't know why they use that, but I had to get it out anyway. But that's a good point. Whoa, Holly, you can say it in the chat, but I can't say what you just said on here. Global butt effing is what they do to us. What are you talking about? Who is they and who is us? What are we talking about? Looks more like Dirk. I know. I may have to change it. I'm probably gonna change it, but I needed to throw up something, just to have a thumbnail, which is beautiful. What $20 a month gets you from Chat GPT. Yeah, it may be Dirk. I don't know. At least they got the name right. At least they got the red letters right. I'll give it a C minus, B plus. I mean, somewhere in between C minus and B plus. But thanks for bringing that to my attention. I wanted to float it out there and see if anybody's saying, that ain't no OTF jam. It had to be Bumba. Bumba's telling the truth. That ain't jam on the thumbnail. That is so funny. He's like, that ain't that nigga. Excuse me, you're in the shower though, so I don't think they heard that. Maybe Holly's toweling off. I don't know. Off PB and off OTF PB and J. Lab meets makes. Oh, okay. Their BFS is what they do to us. The lab meat makes. Okay. The weather message. You ever heard of look this up. You can stop my show or whatever you gotta do right now. Look up the heart machine. I think it's HAARP. Science. Okay. What about science? Holly, you're just saying science. Yes, yes. Strong. Science. So, got about 15 minutes left. Less than 15 minutes. Trying to get to 2 hours. But it's two people in here. Looks like it's Bumba and Holly. But yeah, I mean, and I was gonna say infrastructure. I mean, depending on, I mean, I don't know if it was the placement of the people or why there were. Didn't they know that it could happen, and that they should have prepared for it, or I don't know. I'm speculating now, but yep, seen that. Yeah. But I just wonder if it was the infrastructure. I mean, even in America, we have floods and stuff, but we have way better technologically advanced means of a lot of things. Of first of all, not being in the zones of various things. The huge, difference was probably 21 years ago, Hurricane Katrina, which they could have figured that out too ahead of time. Who they are, okay. Oh, you're answering the question. The weather messers of who they are. Okay. Thank you for answering that, Holly. I appreciate that. Thank you. This just, but it's catnip though. This is really catnip for all the news agencies. Oh, they love a disaster. Like Mr. George Carlin said, don't you just kind of want, it's a wildfire. You just want to see it burn even more. Don't you want, an earthquake? You want more and more buildings to crumble and stuff like that. You just kind of want that, don't you? He was being honest. I think we all. I don't sure we all do. I do. I'm honest. I would say, yeah. I was wanting like 2,000 people. Why isn't that 30,000 people? What's going on? That's it. That's all God's gonna do. That's what they say. God's in control. He's in control of the weather. He's in control of the natural and the supernatural. Back at it like a crack addict. Back like I forgot something. The number's gonna go up, obviously, and it's probably gonna be unaccounted for people. Something that happened with September 11th. They just found remains last year of a woman. If you can believe that, they found the remains of a woman last year. They etched the names into the panels. They're gonna have to etch her name in somewhere. I'm gonna talk about that. Wait, you just wait. Wait till I go in on September 11th, 2001. I'll give you a teaser. 3 major events precipitated 2001 to lull the American people into a stupor and a sleep, and everything is fine and great. One was the presidential scandal with Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton. 2 was Y2K. Everybody was afraid of Y2K. I mean, they stopped thinking about Bill Clinton getting a blowjob. Can I say that? I'm sorry, Holly. Let me stop. Got a BJ from an office assistant. Yeah, devil in the blue dress, exactly. But Nobody remembered that. Too much. They're like, oh, Clinton, yeah, no. But they're like, Y2K, oh my God. I remember people were stocking up. People were stocking up on, toilet paper and canned goods and stuff like that. Yeah, the computers are not going to know whether it's 1900 or 2000. It's going to reset everything. Everything's going to. The hell? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Finally, 2000 was the Florida election. No way on what? Holly, we saying no way to. Did you see the bill painting Epstein had? No, I didn't. But the Florida election. This was it gets me. We were divided. We were seriously divided. The United States was divided between the camp of saying Bill Clinton shouldn't be president and Gore should have won because the hanging chads in Florida didn't count or whatever. So they had to do the recount and everything. So those are the three things that could happen. It's God in the blue dress. What is that? But those are the three things that precipitated September 11th. The irony, the sick, twisted irony. All those things didn't amount to nothing when it came to 2001, September 11th. Didn't amount to anything. Didn't amount to anything. I just, like I said, I'll get to that. I'll do a whole, maybe 3 or 4 hour show. I'm gonna try to, brush up. Well, I'm gonna repeat what Holly said because she said it. I didn't say it. The gummies are kicking in. She's fresh and clean right now. Probably in her PJs and a house coat. On New Year's Eve, year 2000, I was waitressing all messed up on coke, scared of the end of the world, but rocking with my girlfriends. Beautiful white woman. Only a beautiful white woman can share a story like that. 25th. What's the 25th what? 25th hour? What are you talking about 25th? Y'all be doing some cryptic stuff. Just be like 25th. I don't know what that means. No, that's why we're all dealing with it now. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, we're dealing with it now. Yeah, fine. The fallout. I mean, could you imagine? Holly remembers. I don't know about you, Bumba, but I remember every day for about till at least November, December, maybe something like that. I'm not even kidding. From September 11th on to like maybe even the beginning of January, they had somebody at the reporting live from ground zero and stuff like that. I was just numb. You know that feeling you get when your foot falls asleep? I felt that in my entire body. I didn't even know what the hell. I was so pissed off that this happened. Somebody's got to take the blame for this. I'm sorry. And it may be the president of the United States, George W. Bush. And I should stop now. Because I'm just teasing. And I'll talk more about it on Lansdowne Street in Boston. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know what Bum was talking about with 25th, but okay. But yeah, dealing with Clinton's misdeeds now. Yes. These damn towelheads, yeah. But Bumba, what were we talking about the 25th? What were you talking about the 25th? Oh, I'm like, oh God, I'm slow. I'm stupid. Jesus Christ, of course, the 25th anniversary. If you said anniversary, I would know what you're talking about. I was like, yeah, 25th anniversary. That's why I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go freaking hard. I'm gonna try to do enough super research. Just go in. Part of the research is going. There's another teaser. September 11, 2001, the victims at the Pentagon were actually brought to Dover, Delaware, at the Air Force mortuary. It's one of the largest mortuaries, if not the largest mortuary in the world. I happen to have been born there, not at the mortuary, but on the grounds of the Air Force Base. Jesus. Because I have a thing in my head that gives me the words like, is it this? Is it this? No. Is it this? Is it this? No. Like, this is going on in my head. And then I finally get, oh, is that's it? Right? You know, yes. But yeah, yes. Okay. I was like, yes. Damn. But uh I wanted to say, I mean, I think it's gonna be tomorrow is actually Katrina's 21st anniversary, which is insane. 21 years from now. A lot of people say that's the first time people saw poor people in America. But that kind of sounds like bullshit. They've been showing people from Appalachia, from the inner cities of the inner parts of Harlem, things like that. Dang old Katrina, yeah. But you know that's been going back since like the 20s and 30s and 40s. They've been doing documentaries. One of my patients was at that base for the Air Force and accepted the bodies. Not a fun job, very honorable, may not be desirable, but very essential. He tells us about it all the time. Wow. And this is Vietnam. And that's when the bodies were definitely streaming in. The most disturbing part of his life and military service. Yeah. It's not pretty. Death is ugly. Death is disgusting. It's not fun. So you let them know that, I was born near the dead, a place known for death, and I was actually born there. I mean, take that how you want it. That's what really just makes it curious for me. I always thought, very morbid. This is morbid, but I thought when I was in the Marines that I was gonna die in Iraq or Afghanistan, and then have my body shipped to Dover, Delaware. It'd be like a complete circle of life. I started in Dover, Delaware, and I ended up in Dover, Delaware when I died. Didn't happen, obviously, but thought about it. I just thought about that. So, with the time winding down, I actually made it to 2 hours almost now going on. I just say, live your life. The calamity. I can only let me see if I can have time for a quote. I'm gonna quote real quick. Oh, this is not fun. Okay. Oh my god. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's very morbid. I'm fascinated by morbid stuff. I was gonna be a funeral director in 7th grade. I was like, I'm good. Let me see. Well, I just had it. There it is. Ayn Rand said, I do not think that tragedy is our natural fate. I do not live in chronic dread of disaster. It is no happiness, but suffering. It is not happiness, but suffering that I consider unnatural. It is not success, but calamity that I regard as the abnormal exception in human life. So on that, I'm going to end this little broadcast. I thank you all for watching. Thank you so much. Bumba, BV, Son of the Sun 88, and of course, okay, Outside Forces, and of course, the lady of the house, Holly Correnti. Make sure you check out her Zumba page. And I'm out. Take care.